Hello everyone. So Nintendo recently announced another Direct, which granted it's been like rumored for ages now because it's September and Nintendo usually has one around these times. What wasn't rumored is that it's like 60 minutes long, which is, I think that's the longest Direct's been for, like, the longest one was like the Switch 2 announcement one, and that was only 50 minutes. But yeah, we definitely got a lot. It's a big juicy Direct here. We got lots that could possibly happen here. Yeah, and here I'm joined once again by Sean, just the two of us this time. But
hello.
Yeah, so we're gonna pop down here and just kind of talk about what we think might happen, and long as usual. So
Yeah.
how do you think we're gonna open here? Because to me, there's two things I could possibly open on. One would be obviously Metroid Prime 4, because it's gotta come out this year. But
it's gonna be an opening on Metro. It's gonna be an opening on Metroid Prime 4. I feel pretty confident about that.
I mean,
because obviously they're not going to be ending on it because they've already announced it and it's coming up. And they like to save the endings for the new announcements, but
I mean, even if it's not the opener, it's still 100% Metroid Prime 4 is gonna be there. It has to. We have to have a release date for it. I'm feeling
absolutely.
I'm feeling late September for Metroid Prime 4, because that lines up really well with okay, September Metroid Prime 4, October Pokemon, November Kirby Air Ride. So that kind of gives each month a little thing to have. And granted, September might be a little cutting close there, but
soon.
But I still feel that makes sense.
It could for sure. Yeah, I don't think it'll release in December because I think game companies usually like to release things before December.
Do you think that they'll announce or release? They might even shadow drop Metroid Prime 2 and 3 during this Direct, or is that kind of ship sailing?
I think that it could very much be possible, capitalizing on the hype and whatnot.
I mean, one was shadow dropped, so it wouldn't be too crazy out of left field for 2 and 3 to drop right before Prime 4. You'll have they could also do a Switch 2 patch for 1. That could be really an easy thing to do there. But yeah, Metroid Prime 4, that's kind of an easy prediction here, because it's one of the few big games we have that we don't have a release date for. The other possibility could be a Capcom, because they really like opening on Capcom things, especially Monster Hunter, because the Partner Direct last time was opened on Monster Hunter Stories. The one before that opened up. One of the ones before that opened up on Monster Hunter Rise DLC for that. I think
it would be so funny for this Direct to open up on Monster Hunter Wilds.
Do you think they're gonna patch Rise to make it Switch 2? To take advantage of Switch 2? Granted, that might not be the most exciting to open on, so maybe they might save that for one of the highlight reel thing. Not highlight reel. One of the quick-fire announcements.
Yeah, they definitely could. They definitely could. I don't know that much about Monster Hunter. I've started playing a few different games a few different times, but I haven't played them a whole lot.
Yeah, Nintendo and Capcom both seem to pick that series for the Switch, which I mean makes sense. It's a really good fit. So that's another thing that could possibly.
They like their monster hunting games, if that's what you want to call Pokemon.
Yeah. So outside of Metroid Prime 4, there's only a couple of other games, Switch 2 games, that don't have release date right now, and that's the new Hyrule Warriors and Splatoon. I think it was called Splatoon Raiders, something like that.
Yes. I think something else. Sorry, go ahead.
My kind of feeling of that is gonna be like Hyrule Warriors is either December, early January, and then Splatoon Raiders would be February. That kind of feels like an accessory. And if not, then maybe Hyrule Warriors, because it's really weird that they didn't give it a release date, and like the trailers, unlike the Metroid Prime 4 one, but they don't really show off a lot of gameplay, and you know, Metroid 4 was demoed at a lot of places, whereas I don't think Hyrule Warriors was demoed at a lot of places. So I feel like that game is a lot less further on in development than Metroid Prime 4. So they say 2025, but they could mean fiscal 2025, which basically means March. So, but like I feel like December, January is pretty okay spot for it, and then I don't know what's up with Splatoon Raiders. I'm thinking February for that though. If just kind of like to make the schedule kind of look full here.
Yeah. I definitely think that I mean, did they even say if Splatoon Raiders was coming out? I assume it's coming out 2026. But did they say specifically which year it was coming out, just to confirm, or did they just say that it was a game that was coming?
It doesn't look like they made a release date, announced a release date. Yeah, it doesn't. I'm not seeing a release date for Splatoon Raiders, which. Yeah,
then it's definitely going to be next year.
Yeah, so,
which makes sense.
Yeah, so I guess the real question is if February is too early, or I don't know, but I think that, because like I think that kind of like lineup is a pretty good bang, just game after game each month kind of thing. So yeah, I think it makes sense.
I think that one thing that's not a Switch 2 exclusive game that I definitely think we could see is Happy Life Living the Dream.
Oh yeah, that's on Switch 1 too as well. Yeah, both that and the new Rhythm Heaven. I feel like they could show. It'd be pretty easy to show off like a Switch 2 patch for both of those games. Just showing, hey, these things are totally also going to be on the Switch 2 and take advantage of Switch 2. Like, dude, 120 hertz for not hertz, 120 frames for Rhythm Heaven. That's gonna be nice. That's gonna be really nice.
Yeah.
Like those are both they already said 2026, so those I'd imagine those are a little further out, and I don't think they'd show a release. Maybe a release window like spring 2026 or something, but not a release date.
I think if Living the Dream is close enough, I think that they could. The fact that they announced it in March of last year makes me think that it's going to be early 2026. However, I could be wrong about that, because they absolutely could have saved that for later, I think. But instead, they chose to announce it already.
So, I mean, yeah, Tomodachi Life, they could show some of that. Maybe early March or even June, December-ish time, but yeah, that's definitely one where it'd be pretty straightforward to show, like, hey, this is the Switch 2 version that looks better, runs better, has a higher frame rate, just, you know, step grades.
Which, okay, like, let's be honest here. How much of a system upgrade are you really going to need to run Tomodachi Life Living the Dream well?
Valid.
Like, if it's not running well on the Switch, I think that's... I don't know what they're doing with that game if it's not going to be running well on the Switch.
Do you have any, like, little bolder predictions for like, Nintendo first party? Because I kind of one here, so...
I would not be surprised if they announced a new Zelda game, like an actual main Zelda game, because like Hyrule Warriors is just it's its own side thing that it's not even Nintendo that's working on it specifically. It is just a heavily collaborated Nintendo Switch product.
I mean, on the one hand, yeah, you're right, but on the other hand, I'd rather save Zelda for holiday, and the holiday's already kind of packed up this year, so they probably want to save it for next year's holiday. And September of this year, it might be a little early for that. Though a 2D Zelda game, I could see that releasing like spring next year or summer next year, and they could announce that. That wouldn't be too crazy of an announcement there. So that could be a possibility.
They kind of just had a 2D Zelda game, so I don't know. I would not be.
Echoes of Wisdom was last year, so if it releases in 2026 of next summer, spring 2026, then it would be a pretty decent while since a 2D game.
That's fair. I'm also like, they're not necessarily going to save it for holiday. I mean, they released Tears of the Kingdom in May last year.
True, but granted, Breath of the Wild and that kind of like part of the Zelda world's a bit strange, because obviously Breath of the Wild released in March to coincide with Switch 2, so it didn't really matter when they released them. But I don't know, maybe I'm not cooking here. Maybe this whole they save Zelda for holiday thing isn't all it's cracked up to be. But I don't know, that's just kind of
I don't know.
When it comes to 3D Zelda.
It's very possible. It's very possible that they want to save it for today. I don't know what they plan, but I think a 3D Mario game is not happening anytime soon.
Yeah, I mean, Donkey Kong Bonanza is basically a 3D Mario game, so
it is still not a Mario game. So, but considering that it was the Odyssey team that worked on it, I do not think we are seeing 3D Mario anytime soon. And I think it hasn't been long enough since Wonder released for there to be, because I feel like I don't know that they're gonna already do a new, just straight up 2D platformer one.
Though the thing is, the day after this Direct is the Mario 40th anniversary, so like we could definitely see a ton of Mario stuff, just maybe not like a mainline game. So I guess kind of like some of the ideas is basically my idea for like what they do for 40th is just Control C, Control V, the 35th anniversary. So like, you know, bringing back All Stars, but also Galaxy 2 is here. Bringing back Mario 35, but now it's 40, and they're still gonna be limited time because Nintendo hates us.
I absolutely. They could definitely just do a 40th or a 40th anniversary, like they did with the 35th.
Like a solid like 10-15 minutes of this hour-long direct is just basically a Mario 40th direct. Just like going over the new anniversary games, and merchandise and whatnot. Yeah, that could definitely take up a decent chunk of the and I guess
it could.
I guess one of my more my bolder predictions is that I see them doing Mario Maker 3, because like they have the mouse thing going on with the Joy-Con, and I think that could work okay with Mario Maker. And like, granted, nothing's gonna top the Wii U gamepad for the Mario Maker, because it almost feels like the gamepad was designed for Mario Maker. But I'm just trying to think though, what kind of, I mean, maybe obviously I always pick as Wonder, but Wonder's so weird with like how its mechanics work and like how the levels are designed that I don't know if they could find a way to make it work in Mario Maker. I mean, it's totally possible, but
yeah, I definitely, I mean, they made Switch 2. I mean, they made original Switch Mario Maker 2. So I could definitely see them doing a Mario Maker 3. If they did Mario Maker 3 with Wonder, I would be all over that. Because, like, there are so many things that they could do with, like, Wonder as an engine for building.
Yeah, that definitely be a very high, it'd be a high-profile Mario thing for the 40th anniversary, but also not a 3D Mario, so the Odyssey team can still do their own thing and work on that background while this is happening. So
I think that's a good call.
So, kind of one of my other kind of bigger predictions is, so like, I'm thinking through like the list of Nintendo things. Like, okay, so obviously, I mean, I think Zelda and Mario are probably not gonna, the big 3D Mario is probably not gonna be. They're probably gonna save that for later in Switch's lifespan. Smash also is probably gonna be later in lifespan. Pokemon is obviously holidays, and there's EA right now.
Mm-hmm.
So what's franchise in Nintendo's pocket that's big enough, but also not big enough to where, oh, you're going with Animal Crossing. I was gonna say Fire Emblem, because like
I think Animal Crossing. It released in 2020. They stopped supporting it in 2020. They stopped giving it updates in 2021, 2022. I think that they could absolutely have cooked up a new Animal Crossing game by this point, and I think people would be all for it. And I think that it's not it's obviously not major, like there's Smash Bros, there's Zelda, there's Mario, they're elitist of the elite games, but I could absolutely see some sort of teaser for a new Animal Crossing game next year.
Yeah, I didn't think of that at all, but yeah, Animal Crossing would be great for the summer. That'd be a really good announcement. It has been a while. Yeah, you're totally onto something there. But what I was
I will be honest, after the last one, I will be I will be ever so cautious of any approaching global pandemics if they announce a new one.
No, you don't have to worry about. You don't have to worry about them announcing it. You have to worry about it when they delay it, because then they'll.
Yeah. Look, I'm not saying that Nintendo was after the profit, but it was awfully convenient. No, I'm kidding.
Nintendo's greed. Forces pandemic.
Nintendo created the pandemic to sell more Animal Crossing copies. No, I need to be very clear. No.
So your kind of prediction of that kind of tier of Nintendo games is Animal Crossing. Mine's gonna be Fire Emblem, because it's been 6 years has it been since Three Houses, and that was the last mainline Fire Emblem. I know they had, what was it? Not Echoes. Gosh, I'm blanking on it. The one with the gacha system where you couldn't actually buy gacha money, so it's not really gacha, but also it is. I don't know. I'm forgetting what that was called. Engaged. It was called Engaged. Fire Emblem Engaged. Yeah. Yeah. They had that, but that wasn't a big new mainline. That's not Three Houses is Scarlet and Violet. Then I guess Engaged would be ZA or BDSP or whatever. The point is, there hasn't been a big mainline Fire Emblem game in forever, and I feel like this, that's the kind of tier I'm talking about. It's a big, exciting announcement, but it's not like Mario, Zelda, Pokemon, And I think that'd be a really good, that might even be a closer. Really, that could be a closer. Though, realistically, it'd probably be like one of those ones they have in the middle of the direct where they overly explain how an RPG works because Nintendo doesn't realize that it's not the mid 80s and that people know what an RPG is. But
yeah.
Fire Emblem is going to be my sort of big Nintendo first party prediction for this direct here. I imagine it'd be mainline. I'm thinking it'd be mainline. Granted, it could totally be an Echoes remake, but mainline makes the most sense to me. So that's kind of. I mean, other Nintendo stuff here. I mean, Kirby's obviously getting air lighter, so imagine there's not going to be any 2D or 3D Kirby's. I could see them doing Switch 2 upgrades all of Xenoblade, because that'd be pretty straightforward, B, pretty big. But I could also see like Monolith making a new IP, or heck, maybe even Xenoblade 4, and just that could be a pretty big announcement there. And like, it's gonna be Xenoblade 2's 8th anniversary this December, so you know it's been a while. It's been a while. It kind of needs the upgrade at this point, you know.
Yeah. I'm trying to think of what else they could give upgrades to. I'm not quite sure, like what they still got to upgrade. Huh?
Have they not given Odyssey an update yet?
I think it got a free update.
Oh, all right then. So that's off the table. You think wouldn't it be funny if they brought back the Nintendo Switch Sports, and like they named it something stupid like Nintendo Switch Sports for the Nintendo Switch 2?
That would be kind of fun. No one would buy it, I think. Like,
I mean, the first Nintendo Switch Sports sold like 16 million or something crazy like that. So, like, it was low-key very, very successful.
I mean, well, that was before people realized that it wasn't like it was just fine.
People like their Wii Sports. They buy something that kind of looks like it, even if it's not as good. Like, what do you think like the new game they put forward? Like maybe baseball or pickleball? They could do pickleball. That'd be so dumb. That'd be so easy.
It'd be kind of funny though. With how much of a fad it's become, it would be kind of funny.
Plus, like, there's already like what, tennis and volleyball that all play identical in Switch Sports too, or in Switch Sports.
Yeah.
So
no kidding.
Another paddle and ball game would certainly be annoying. But yeah, if they're gonna do Switch Sports too, they probably do baseball because that's a pretty easy to start that there. So is there any other Switch first party stuff you have ideas for, or should we kind of start talking about third party now?
Yeah, we can start talking about that. I don't know that I have anything else first party wise. One thing that I think would be interesting is if they did like, I'm not sure if they're going to jump immediately into what they're going to do with Mario Kart World after release, but I think because I've seen people talk about how in that game Donkey Kong and Pauline only have one outfit each, and it's like they could do a free like Donkey Kong Bonanza style update or something, maybe a new island for some new tracks, maybe a couple new characters, maybe like a couple new costumes, that sort of stuff.
More Rosalina costumes. We need more Rosalina costumes. That'd be pretty straightforward. Giving Mario Kart World some more updates. Please let them be free, because good lord, that game does not need to have any more additional money.
It already cost $80, so I'm like, I feel like they're going to, they're at least for a little bit, they're going to lay off paid content.
Hopefully they won't be that
for
greedy.
a little bit they're gonna pay.
I mean, granted, it's Nintendo, so what do we... Like, we can always go lower. Yeah, I guess we can move on to third parties here. I guess I'll start things off. So, Ubisoft, they had Star Wars Outlaws, and apparently it ran very well and did very well on the Switch too. So I guess I was wrong on that. Oops. And I think the next thing they're probably gonna do is Assassin's Creed, specifically Shadows. I want it to be Mirage, but it's probably gonna be Shadows because that's like the newest one. So I feel like that'd be a pretty easy thing to, not easy, but like that'd be a pretty straightforward thing to like announce and like have on Switch too. Yeah.
No, I think that Ubisoft could absolutely announce some Assassin's Creed games. I'm still holding out hope for the Jedi games from Respawn.
I mean, he's already put out the sports games. Oh, there's only so many more things that they need to port over. You know.
Basically. I'm hoping for the Jedi games to get ported. I'm still hoping for Kingdom Hearts games to get actually ported instead of just cloud saves. I mean, like you can't have at the very least you can't have cloud saves for a game Cloud wasn't in. I mean, like don't just give us non-cloud saves for Kingdom Hearts 3 at the very least. That's all I'm saying.
Speaking of Souls-like, yeah, Jedi Fallen Order is Souls-like, right?
Jedi Survivor Souls-like. I get where you were getting at. Yes.
So, I'd imagine we'd get some more information on Duskbloods. That FromSoft game that they announced was exclusive to Switch 2. Because we just got that like announcement trailer at Switch Direct. We haven't heard from it since. So I'd imagine that they want to have more information on that. So that'd be a pretty easy third-party one to put in there. Capcom. I think so. Like obviously, you mentioned that that Monster Hunter would be a pretty Monster Hunter something that they like on Switch. So that's a possibility. I also think that they could also put some of like the newer Resident Evil. Have they already announced the newer Resident Evil games coming to Switch 2, or is that still not?
I have no clue.
Either way, I feel like they show off that, and like they could also show off a compilation of the old games, but that's not going to be as impressive as like showing some of like the big new games like 8 and 2 and 3 remakes and all that.
Yeah.
That's a pretty good possibility from Capcom. Another easy one, Marvel Rivals. They already announced that they're backwards porting it to PS4. It's so obvious that they should port it to Switch 2, because if they can get that thing running on PS4, they can 100% get that thing running on Switch 2.
I mean, the Switch 2 is just better hardware than a PS4. Like, as far as I'm aware, it is just it is improved hardware over what the PS4 is, which makes sense.
It makes all the sense in the world to port Marvel Rivals if you're gonna backwards port it.
I do think that, I mean, they are like just now starting the new season, I think. And then I think beyond that they are I wonder if they would add compatibility for it in the middle of the season, or if they would just shadow drop it into the beginning of the season, or what. Because I do think that it is legitimately like tomorrow that the new season begins.
Yeah, that would be a pretty big shadow drop. Just, oh hey, Marvel Rivals, biggest live service game out right now on Switch now.
It would be huge to shadow drop. It looks like the season starts on Friday at around 7 a.m.
Oh, wow, that would be perfect for shadow drop.
Yeah. It would be. That would be kind of crazy.
Yeah, Marvel Rivals is starting to make, like, it already made sense before. It's making more sense now.
Yeah, that would be so crazy.
So, Microsoft, I keep trying to make Microsoft happen, and it never happens. Now, granted, this time we have at least one Microsoft game that is 100% confirmed for Switch 2, and that's Indiana Jones. So I feel like that could be failing all else. Like I could finally get a Microsoft prediction right and say Indiana Jones 2 will get some sort of, hey, here's what it looks like on Switch 2. We're working on it, kind of thing. So hopefully that will come out. I can finally get one of these darn Microsoft ones in there. But outside of that, I don't know. I mean, I keep saying Halo, I keep saying Fallout. It never happens. Maybe Forza. That might be a safer bet at this point.
Yeah.
Yeah. At the very least, we got Indiana Jones, so yeah, it's cool. It's fine. It's something. With Squeenix, they had their big announcement of that 2D game last time. They probably only have they probably only show off a couple more things for it. Maybe have they already announced the date for the beta or
I have no clue.
But they probably just have a couple things for that. I don't think would they show some more stuff for Final Fantasy VII remake? They probably would because they've been demoing it a lot recently and it seems to be running okay. But
yeah, better than Elden Ring.
Yeah, that's for sure. Oh boy.
That's a low bar, though, apparently. If it was so bad, they didn't want anyone taking footage of it.
Woof.
That's crazy to me. That's...
I would say that doesn't bode well for what was it called? Blood Rain? No, Dusk Bloods.
Dusk Blood. Yeah.
But, I mean, hopefully Nintendo's gonna step in and go, okay, so here's how you program to make it not run like garbage. But yeah, Final Fantasy VII remake, that's probably just gonna pop in here, say a couple of things, and then get out. Does Dragon Quest 3 remakes already came out? It's 1 and 2 that haven't come out yet, right? Or have they all not come out
They
yet?
have no clue. They have not a single clue.
Well, if Dragon Quest 1 and 2... Yeah, no, it's coming out October 30th, Dragon Quest 3 remake. So
Okay.
probably gonna throw in one last trailer for that, or one more for 1 and 2 remake. But yeah, Squeenix is weird because most of the games that they put on Switch 2 aren't pushing the Switch 2 to its absolute limits. Outside of obviously Final Fantasy 7 remake, but and when you factor out those, there's not really a lot that's whoa, wow, exciting kind of. Just oh wow, that looks cool and appeals to whatever tastes I have in games or whatnot. But
yeah,
I mean, Square Enix is always a big presence at Nintendo.
Square Enix is weird in that they haven't given us any information about Kingdom Hearts 4 in 3 years. But hey,
I mean, that's the typical Kingdom Hearts experience, though. You had to wait. Okay, so, all the mockery and laughter we've had at Silk Song for the longest time before it finally came out? That was Kingdom Hearts 3 for forever.
Yeah, no, absolutely it was. But that doesn't make it typical. If there were 3 years between 1 and 2, and then, 14 years between 2 and 3, I think that 3 should be the exception to the rule, not the standard. And I think that they're making it the standard.
They're gonna make a bunch of spin-off games between now and 4 fractions in the
2043, guys. 2043. 33, I guess. But
is it really this? Is Kingdom Hearts really only that teaser with the apartment right now? Is that still the only information we have on it?
It is legitimately. It is only the teaser that they showed off for the 20th anniversary in April of 2022.
Wow.
With the city and all. Technically, they did give us a little bit more. And by a little bit more, I mean we have new screenshots as of a few months ago, but I barely count that. That is not anything.
Y'all been waiting a while for that. No way they're gonna announce it as a Nintendo thing. That is a PlayStation thing through and through.
Absolutely.
They would not announce that as a Nintendo thing. They'd announce that either at their own time or on some sort of PlayStation event.
Look, if they mention the words Kingdom Hearts, I will be okay. If there is even, I don't care if they're the only Kingdom Hearts game on the Switch that probably doesn't need it is getting Melody of Memories is getting a Switch 2 to be like, okay, cool, yeah, it actually said something.
Monkey Paw, you get your Kingdom Hearts 1, 2, 3, all that stuff on Switch 2, but it's game keycard only.
I don't care that much. I'm gonna be honest.
You really care about the cloud thing, but you don't care about the game keycard thing.
Because because game keycards don't restrict me from playing on the go. Cloud gaming only allows me to play on Wi-Fi, as far as I'm aware.
Yeah, I guess an upgrade from the floor is certainly still an upgrade, even if it's only like a foot above it. So is there?
It's like I buy digital games sometimes, so I don't. If that's what it takes to have them actually, if that's what it takes to actually have them on the Switch, I don't care that much.
So I guess other third parties.
But that might just be a me thing.
Sega's
other third parties.
Yeah. Sega's got like Crossworlds coming out soon. They have a bunch of Yakuzas out. You think that they'd show a Persona thing, or is it like 6 is going to be out soon this year? They'd rather save it for its own thing, not like have 6 announced at a Nintendo Direct, or like they could also just announce a spin-off or whatever that satisfy the Persona thing. I can also imagine Nintendo want a Persona thing just to make sure people aren't bring up their pitchforks over that patent. That so that could be something from Sega.
Yeah.
So I'm thinking
Hatsune are always going to be bringing up their pitchforks.
Fair. We could also get an announcement for Hatsune for because it's been a while since we have a Hatsune Miku rhythm game from Sega, but also I don't know if that clashed pretty badly with Rhythm Heaven or not. So.
I mean, they did choose to release Kirby Air Riders mere months after Mario Kart World, so like, I guess that's different people with different objectives, but like,
I mean, Mario Kart World selling itself on being like this big multiplayer game. Everyone loves Mario Kart stuff. Kirby's selling itself on Sakurai games, so.
That's fair.
Granted, just a reason, but yeah. Plus, Sonic Crossworlds is also trying to squeeze in on Mario Kart. Granted, they're not directly competing, though. I suppose Beacon and Rhythm Heaven wouldn't be directly competing either. Well, directly competing is in there from the same studio. I'm bungling out my words here.
That's fine. Yeah. I get what you mean.
So. Talk about Sega, Square Enix, Ubisoft, EA for a little bit, Capcom. You missing anyone else?
I said it for the partner showcase. I'll say it again. Hades 2 was shown off as part of the Switch 2 Direct and has gone nowhere. We don't have a release date for it or anything. And I would not be shocked.
That could be like a criticism thing, but they're really silk-songing you with this Hades stuff.
Okay, they're not going that bad because they've got a whole early access going. They've got a whole early access that's open and received its final update this year. Like I think that like it's very clearly getting close. It's just a question of how close.
I guess that could either be like either part of the sizzle reel or just like one of the quick headline highlights and stuff. But like Hades 2, that's pretty in the game. Boy, it feels so nice to have a Nintendo Direct where the speculation doesn't immediately go to Silksong and like chat spam. It's not gonna be Silksong. DLC. We're really gonna start about Silksong DLC. Silksong DLC. When Silksong DLC. That's. Oh man, I really hope that's not gonna be like the thing that spans this time because.
I mean, like, let's be honest. The 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 big gaming company live stream chats are cancer anyways. But
ooh, I forgot.
They're always going to be. But
Silk Song memeing Ryan G. One of the other ones that we forgot about was 2K. Would they show up with not GTA 6? Definitely not GTA 6. But like maybe GTA 5, maybe 4. Maybe they fix that. Well, they already fixed that collection. But like bring the GTA collection.
One of those?
That GTA collection.
Or GTA 5
up to Switch 2. Yeah, GTA 5 with it. Cause like, isn't GTA 5 like one of the best-selling games on PS4 in America or something?
I don't know. Probably it wouldn't shock me at all.
Yeah, that could be a big-time thing for Switch 2. And granted, again, I really don't think GTA 6 is gonna come to Switch 2 because that thing looks insane graphically. There's no way a Switch 2 is gonna match.
Yeah.
But GTA 5, it's like a decade old at this point. It's reasonable. It was on PS4. It could do it. I mean,
yeah, no, I believe that it could.
I mean, granted, 3, Vice City, and Andreas were also PS2 games, and they didn't run super well on Switch 1, so... But, yeah, that's a potential one there. Other 2K stuff. Have they... I know the the new Bioshock game just is going through development. Rockstar?
A Red Dead Redemption 2 port.
Ooh,
I feel like that's inevitable.
Ooh, yeah, have they already announced that, or was that just speculation from you last
night? I think it's been heavily speculated and even maybe hinted at. I don't know. I don't keep up with it too much because I never played the original, but...
I mean, if Cyberpunk can make it to Switch 2, then Red Dead 2 can make it. So, yeah, that's a good one. I know Bioshock, unfortunately, is in development hell right now, so that's likely. Would Borderlands 4 make sense? Or did they already announce Borderlands 4 for Switch 2? Actually, let me check that.
Yes, they did.
They did? Okay,
It was one of their headliners.
Yeah, it's on Switch 2. Is it already out?
It might be. I don't think it's. I saw it trailers for it.
I don't think it's. I keep seeing commercials for it, but what date? Yeah, October 5th. It's not out yet. Oh wait, it already came out. Okay. It's coming out literally the same day as the Direct for PS5 and Xbox. It's gonna be on Switch in October. Yeah, they probably.
I got you. Need some time to fine tune it.
That's probably coming out. They're probably just gonna show a quick thing of that in the highlight reel, but not like go in depth or anything. You think Konami's gonna show up with like a Metal Gear Volume 2 or because like Metal Gear 3 remake is coming out soon here, and I imagine they want to keep people caught up with that. Granted, they chose 3 for a reason. First one in time, I think. I don't know, I'm not a Metal Gear guy, but. Is it? You think?
And people say Kingdom Hearts is confusing. You're telling me that Metal Gear Solid 3 is the first one?
I've heard, I think, but I'm not. I'm actually more familiar with Kingdom Hearts lore than I am with Metal Gear, so is the first game that one like the mobile game or something?
Okay, yes, but it's not labeled Kingdom Hearts 5 or anything. Like, let's be clear here. Like, it's not.
Yeah, because Kingdom Hearts Division, Kingdom Hearts,
it's not misleading at least. Okay. Kingdom Hearts isn't misleading with its titles at least. Like, if I'm buying Metal Gear Solid 1, I want it to be the first game in the timeline. Sorry. If I'm buying Metal Gear Solid 3, I'm not expecting it to be the first game in the timeline. That's a better way to put it.
Well, when you play 358 over 2 days, you certainly are playing 358 days across 2 different characters.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I mean, outside of a Metal Gear remake, I'm not sure what else Konami could bring over, because I'm pretty sure they already re-released all the Castlevanias at this point, unless I'm forgetting one off the top of my head. Uh, other
Mm-hmm.
other like remix collection stuff. What's up to Mega Man that needs to be
Oh,
in collection?
So there was a rumor. Something. Something.
Mega Man 11 remake.
Some maybe leak. Some maybe leak about some possible Pokemon spin-off game.
Why would they announce that in Nintendo Direct? They probably say that for the presentation, though. Maybe if it's big enough, then
They
maybe
haven't announced Pokemon Presents anytime soon. Like sometimes they just do what they do. Like they Pokemon news at Nintendo Directs before.
True, that is true. Like
on multiple occasions.
So what was this spin-off game? Is it just that all we know about is it's a spin-off? So
I think it's just that I think the rumor was just that there was gonna be one, but which isn't a whole lot to go off of. But like
Pokken 2.
So I'm not sure if I fully buy it. What I could see it being is just the Coliseum and XD coming to Switch Online Premium.
Yeah, I really want that, but also I doubt that it's going to be what's announced here. I think at this point they're saving Coliseum and XD on NSO for the 30th. Because but then what would the NSO game be? Because they have Zelda and Mario and Chibi Robo right now. And what else do they have? What are they missing from the NSO GameCube line right now? Actually, let's check what it is.
Yeah.
Oh no, they don't have Mario Sunshine yet. That's weird. Well, put that one in for the 40th anniversary. Yeah. There's actually a lot that they're missing.
They did a Mario Sunshine. They did a Mario Sunshine port after including it in the package, the 35th anniversary stuff. Like, that's interesting to me. I wouldn't.
We really Chibi Robo on GameCube before Mario Sunshine or Luigi's Mansion. Yeah, actually, Luigi's Mansion would be a really good one for GameCube because Halloween's around the corner, so that'd be a good one. Air Ride would be a good one.
Yeah.
Air Riders is coming out soon. Yeah, there's a ton of. I think they probably is Chibi Robo the one for this month right now, or is that August? Because like Wind Waker.
I have no clue.
It's like Wind Waker and Soul Calibur were definitely June. I think Strikers and GX were July. Then Chibi Robo would be August. Let's say September is GameCube game be Mario Sunshine for the 40th anniversary, and then October's would be Luigi's Mansion for Halloween. That sounds about right. That sounds like a
that would make sense
for Switch Online. So yeah, that's. Got any other final thoughts on what we could see here?
Really, I
kind of exhausted everything at this point.
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah, so we're pretty confident in Metroid Prime 4. We're pretty confident in Marvel Rivals. I think the big game that they're going to show off is going to be Fire Emblem. You think it's Animal Crossing?
I think it could be.
Gonna probably get release dates for. Gonna get release dates for Hyrule
Tomodachi Life.
Yeah, Tomodachi Life.
I would guess
Heaven
probably.
Are both getting Switch 2 updates. Probably gonna get a window for Splatoon Raiders. Some sort of Assassin's Creed thing for Ubisoft. Sort of Resident Evil thing, or maybe even a Monster Hunter for Capcom. Sega probably gonna just bring things that they've already shut off. Man.
Yeah, probably.
I was thinking maybe Skies of Arcadia for GameCube Online, but there's no way they do that. Skies of Arcadia is way too niche for GameCube right now, but that'd be awesome. But Sega is just gonna show up with Yakuza and Sonic and whatever. Square Enix will just show up with whatever they already announced and updates on those. Probably gonna be a Mario 40th anniversary in like the middle of it. Could potentially have Mario Maker 3 alongside that, and just it's a lot of things that could happen. Because like hour long, that's insane. That's a really long for a Nintendo Direct. There could be so many possibilities here. It's really exciting to talk about a Nintendo Direct with like no caveats of, oh, it's a partner showcase, oh, it's a indie thing, oh, it's just on this one very specific game. Just no, Nintendo Direct, 60 whole whopping minutes.
It is a Direct.
It's a big boy. It's a beefy one.
Yes, I'm excited. I'm excited.
Yeah, real excited for this one. This one is, it's the one we've been looking forward to.
That was another thing. Possibly because only because it's coming out next month, and we got a little bit of news about it in the March Direct. I think that there could maybe be just a little bit of info on Legend ZA, but I'm not entirely sure.
I mean, they literally announced something yesterday, whatever.
Like, it is
this week
just
already.
A mega. It is just a mega. That is a small bit of, like, if they had done a full trailer, true. If they had done a full trailer of a variety of things, I could see it. However, because they haven't, I think that there is stuff that they could show off in a.
I mean, they did show the Battle Royale thing, not the Battle Royale thing, the ladder climbing thing in one of the directs.
Yeah, the ZA Royale. It's called the ZA Royale.
So I guess you can still have Pokemon stuff at a Nintendo thing. But yeah, that's about all we have to say here.
I think so.
Right then. Well, thank you all for listening to us. Be sure to check out Sean's channel, links in the down there part. And be sure to like that. And until next time, bye.